on that breaking news out of Venezuela. Nicolas Maduro, the socialist dictator, he says he won't resign. He's saying he'll vow to rebuild the economy that he collapsed. He's saying Trump has an infected hand on Venezuela. Let's take it right to Fox News contributor, Lieutenant Colonel, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel Alan West. Colonel, your quick reaction to that?
Well, happy Valentine's Day. And the thing we have to understand is that it's the policies of wealth redistribution and nationalizing economic production. That's what led Venezuela on this path that it is on. And it has nothing to do with President Trump. If anything, it is Nicolas Maduro being concerned about the freezing of his assets and the fact that the people are in the streets rising up against these failed policies.
Yeah, he's worried that the Trump sanctions are biting hard on the oil sector because he pays off China loans with oil. He pays Russia. Russia owns about half of the shares of PDVSA. There's more breaking news out of Venezuela, Colonel, that we need you to react to. The chief prosecutor in Venezuela, working for Maduro, launching a criminal investigation into interim President Juan Guaido because Juan Guaido appointed a new board to oversee the state oil company PDVSA and Citgo. I mean, sir, Maduro's now trying to ramp up pressure by threatening Guaido with prison for Guaido's push for democracy there, Colonel. Your reaction?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And one of the things you talk about nationalizing that economic production, the oil and gas industry, Maduro has been putting his cronies in there. They've been the ones siphoning off the profits away from those companies. And so what Mr. Guaido has done is put the right type of directors in there that will institute those free market, free enterprise economic policies that help Venezuela to be one of the most lucrative countries in Latin America. And
Colonel, to your very well thought out point, PDVSA has been used as a funnel by Maduro's military cronies to take money out of Venezuela and put it in pockets around the world, in Turks and Caicos and Swiss bank accounts. This is what we're hearing out of Venezuela. The president will be in Miami, where many Venezuelan expats are. Cuba is now claiming it sees U.S. special forces moving in. The president saying all options on the table. Here's the U.S. special envoy to Venezuela testifying yesterday on Capitol Hill. Watch.
If you're a general and look down at the ranks, you know that your own people in the Army are starving. And what about their brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers? So we think that this opinion is spreading within the military, that the current situation is untenable. And we hope that there will be a decision on the part of many in the military, first, not to support the Maduro regime, but second, not to block desperately needed humanitarian aid.
Colonel, more breaking news. Security forces in Venezuela worry that Maduro will use the military to take shots at those who try to defect out of the military away from Maduro. Your reaction to that?
Well, without a doubt, there's probably some type of Praetorian Guard that he has, a very close force that protects him. But the rank and file of the military are going to see exactly what is happening. And when they're not getting paid, when they are the ones starving, and yet those people that are closest to Maduro, those generals, are not suffering the consequences, they will be able to rise up. And I expect something to happen. And Cuba should be ashamed of themselves talking about when they have 15 to 20,000 people there.
You're saying Cuba has 15 to 20,000 people inside Venezuela?
Yeah. Those estimates, 15 to 20,000 Cuban agents are there in Venezuela on the ground now.
And to your point, we're hearing that's Maduro's Praetorian Guard. Colonel, thank you so much for your insights. We really appreciate you coming on the show.